William's sections are 1 and 3 and mine are 2 and 4. The Bloom, the Furnace, the Stars, an Elegy for Jake Adam York. Fire and metal, I think of you now somehow in days where work weeps far into dusk and mind's hard language drives horses through pastures, saw and axe to heartwood that burns oak hours. Of something the color of storm and shadow calm behind your eyes, for this new life allows you through nights where cold rain ticks and tears woods, you now can claim your own. Where creeks rush mica flecked and the water is Alabama and history and the scars flowering, bleeding. And I think of you camping there, imperceptible to anything save what fire sees, stoking the embers to brightness that cannot flicker or haunt the contours of your face as snow falls in this new time, history or future, when sumac and steel still burnish your mind to song, a melody your mother's mother knew, a song that bears you past the dimming embers of windows and pine foothills, cornfields and furnaces, wells and bones, where dogs bay for you and you against the winter stars. 2. Irises spike leaves and daffodils telescope milky knuckles way too early. The Yoshino cherry down the road is blushed 3 times this winter. Will spring mantle this year with color? The dogwood waits, the oak leaf hydrangea and wild azalea too. Did your grandfather launch his John boat and cast tuppies at stick-ups for spawning crappie as mine did when the dogwoods hawked their bracts and stamens? 3. Outside or in, the stars still scald the green and gold green of grass that lives, ripens through frost like your words, Stoke and Millhouse, molten and the rumor of fire, and how the deep force of earth grinding under our silences transfixed you. The land's own syllables you rehearsed and blazed into more minds you could have known. The furnace blooms beyond itself, fire doused into a hiss of leaves and hornets' nests, the smoke never clears. 4. Remember the snow we had in January? Yesterday, snow, not stars, fell on Alabama, but on my slow jam home over Red Mountain behind a streak of bread and milk-stocked cars, chocked by a field of white, I can't keep from humming the tune over and over, replacing stars with snow. Tomorrow I would have driven past Tuxedo Junction where Erskine Hawkins might have brassed those stars 75 years ago in Ensley, and over viaducts beneath which hoggers haven't hung rails with black snakes or pig iron cars in decades, and foundry molds haven't flushed orange for just as long. And on to the sticks through hollers where my kin ripped seams of coal and piled spoils in rippling rows, healing pulp pines in their stead. And on to Beak 10 of the Warrior River where fish camps outnumber churches, where a man stepping on another man's land might see a lightning still hunkered into a bank, or just how deep that river is. And on to the dirt road's end where my family crawled out of that river, where I would have split and cut a seasoned turkey oak for your visit and piled rocks for a pit closer to the slough. So when we would have run and relivered that trot line by the skinny moon, we'd have fire close when we sculled back to the bank. Then over a skillet of skeeting willow cat fillets, I would have mentioned the rendition, still stuck in my head even today, Fitzgerald and Armstrong's, and the absurd snow. And you would have gone on about you, an Alabama privet switch driving through Colorado on winter days. And I bet I would have learned from you on that night that will never be what I had to learn on my own today. That Holiday and Coltrane flirted through that number 2, and the song owes its breath to the 1833 Leonid's meteor shower, the night the stars fell. And I imagine you would have said what I am thinking now, that a shower of 33 happens only once every couple of lifetimes, and even then it won't happen if you ain't paying attention.